Alright, so today we're going to take a look at some very typical mistakes that we might see when students multiply, okay? So I would like for you to take a minute to pause this video, please, and copy down this page that you see in your math journals, okay? Be sure to include today's date and write exactly what you see. And try to have fun with your math journal. Feel free to use colored pencils or markers that don't bleed through. Be very careful. If you use markers, you want to make sure it's the kind of markers that won't bleed through on the next page. So I personally like these little Paper Mate Flare pens. These are kind of fun. You can get them at Walmart or anywhere. Or just good old-fashioned colored pencils are great too if you want. Or use your regular old pencil. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of look at these problems and we're going to work through them and see. So here we have 387 times 49. Now we have a product here of 18,863, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can identify a mistake, okay? And if we do see a mistake, where was it, okay? So we're just going to start here, okay? So I'm just going to rewrite the problem. Okay, and it doesn't hurt to have a little bit of practice, right? So 9 times 3 is 63. I'm sorry, excuse me. 9 times 7 is 63. Okay, and I'm going to carry the 6. Now I can see over here that this person didn't carry over the 6. Okay, but so far he or she has it right. Okay, so we're not going to know if this is correct yet until we do our work over here. 9 times 8 is 72. 72 plus 6. So 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78. So I'm going to put down the 8. So far that's checking out, but I'm going to carry over my 7. 9 times 3 is 27 plus 7. So 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. So I'm going to put down 34. So right now I'm going to compare these two partial quotients. Yes, not quotients, sorry, products. Yes, even though we're using standard algorithm, the part in the algorithm right here, this number and this number are still considered to be partial products. Okay, you can still call this number that you get when multiplying the ones times the top number, we can still call this a partial product. Because partial just means part. It's not the whole thing. It's just a part of it. Okay, so as I can see here, my partial products actually match up. Okay. To make it easy and more visible, I'm going to change colors. Okay, so I've told you in the past that once I've multiplied all three of the numbers up top by the ones, I like to cross it out so that in my mind I know it's already been used and I don't get confused. But once I do that, I have to remember to put my placeholder 0. Looks like this person put their placeholder 0. Now, moving on to 4 times 7. Which is 28. Put down the 8, and I'm going to carry the 2. Now, do you see why it's important? That's why I crossed the 6 out, because sometimes we get a little bit confused. And if you write like I do, sometimes my 6's and 2's can be kind of similar. Okay? So 4 times 8 is 32, plus 2 more would be 32, 34. So it would be 32, 33, 34. So we're going to put down our 4 and carry our 3. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 3, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So now, let's double check this partial product. Okay? It looks like it checks out. So our first partial product checks out, and our second partial product checks out. So far, I'm not seeing any mistakes at all, but we're not finished. Now, let's add up our partial products to see what our final product is. 3 plus 0 is 3. All right, perfect. That checks out. 8 plus 8 is 16. Looks like that checks out. Now, 4 plus 4 is 8. Plus 1 would be 9. Uh-oh. Boom. Here you have it, boys and girls. Here's the mistake. In this problem, the person who solved this forgot to regroup a 10 from the 8, from the sum of 19 in this particular case. They forgot to regroup, or forgot to add in the regroup from 16 to make this 19. So there is our problem. So 5 plus 3 is 8, and then just bring down that 1. So as we can see here, we almost have the right answer, but look what a little careless mistake can make. It can make the difference between a right and a wrong answer. So it's important to look at this. And you are going to see questions like this on tests that are coming. So you want to get good at solving the problem and cross-checking the partial products to make sure. Okay? So we're going to do the same thing with the next problem. Okay? So 426 times 22. So what I'd like you to do right now is go ahead and pause this video. And I'd like you to try to work it out on your own and see if you can identify the problem. So pause it right now and start working to see if you can find the problem. And then once you have done what we did up here, I'd like for you to play it back again. If you were sitting in the classroom, I would actually stop teaching right now and let you solve the problem while I walk around and watch. But obviously we can't do that. So we're going to start with our first partial product. We're going to see if these two match up, okay? So 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. And 2 times 4 is 8. Okay, now let's double check here. This one checks out. Uh-oh. Oh, this person must have forgotten to carry over or to regroup the 1 so that to make this 5. So in this case, the partial product was wrong. Okay, the regrouping, there was a mistake with regrouping. Okay, let's keep going to see if we identify any more mistakes. Okay, so now that I have multiplied all 3 numbers times my ones place, I'm going to go ahead and cross these numbers out and put my placeholder 0. Okay, 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 would be 5. And 2 times 4 is 8. Let's look. Do our partial products check out? Uh-oh. In this particular case, it doesn't look like it does. Because here I have a 5. So let's just go and check and see. So we said that 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 would be 5 for here. Oh, oops. Plus 1 would be 5. So it looks like this person forgot to add in the regrouping. So it seems like this person needs some help with regrouping. And then 2 times 4 is 8. So we can see that our product is a lot different. So we're actually off. Okay? So it's really important to make sure that you understand where these mistakes may occur. And maybe you should pay attention to even your own multiplication. Again, please make sure that you're practicing multiplication problems, guys. It's not going to go away. You need to make sure that you are really, really, really familiar and fluent with those multiplication facts, because for the rest of your educational career, multiplication will always be a part. Good luck and enjoy finding mistakes.